Good day, ma'am. My name is Julina, 21 years of age, taking up a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Study. This video is all about the oral recitations of Aid 102. I choose one question. What is Piaget for stages of cognitive development and explain each stages? Piaget Cognitive Development. Jean Piaget was a Swiss developmental pathologist who studied children in the early 20th century. It focuses on children from birth through adolescence and characterized different stages of development, including language, moral, memory, and reasoning. Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development suggests that children move through four different stages of mental development. This theory focuses not only on understanding how children acquire knowledge, but also on understanding the nature of intelligence. The four stages of Piaget cognitive development. First is sensory motor stages at the age of birth of 2 years. So the major characteristic and developmental changes of these stages, the infant know the word through their movement and sensations. The children learn about the word through physics actions such as sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. The infant learn that they continue to exist even though they cannot be seen. During these earliest stages of cognitive development, infant and toddlers acquire knowledge through sensory experiences and manipulating objects. And also, these stages, the children not only learn how to perform physical actions such as crawling and walking, they also learn a great deal about language from the people with whom they interact. Number 2 stages. Pre-operation stages at the age of 2 to 7 years old. So the major characteristic and developmental changes of these stages, that children begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and picture to respect objects. The children at this stage tend to be egocentric and struggle to see things from the perspective from others. While they are getting better with language and thinking, they still tend to think about things in every concrete term. At these stages, kids learn through pretend they play but still struggles with logic and taking point of view of other people. They also often struggle with understanding and the idea of constancy. For like example, our researchers might take a lump of clay, divide into two equal spaces, and then give a child choose between two spaces of clay to play with. One space to play is rolled into the complex ball while the other is smashed into the flat pancake shape. Since the flat shape look larger, the pre-operational child will likely choose that piece, even though the two spaces are exactly the same size. Number 3. Concrete operational stages at the age of 7 to 11 years old. So during these stages, children began to think logically about concrete events. They began to understand the concept of conservations, that the amount of liquid in a short wild cup is equal to that in a tall of shiny glass. Their thinking became more logical and organized, but still very concrete. So during these stages, children also become less egocentric and began to think about how other people might think and feel. So kids in the concrete operational stages also began to understand that their thoughts are unique to them and that not everyone else necessarily share their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Number 4. Formal operational at the age of 12 and above years old. At this stage, the adolescents or young adult begin to think abstractly and reason about hypothetical problems. This is the final stages of Piaget theory, involve an increase in a logic, the ability to use deductive reasoning and understanding of abstract ideas. At this point, people become capable of seeing multiple potential solutions to problems and think more scientifically about the world around them. And also in these stages, the adolescents can transcend the concrete situations and think about the future. So Piaget believed that people of all ages develop intellectually, but also he believed that once a person reached the formal operational stages, it's more about building upon knowledge, not changing how it's acquired or understood. So that is the 4 stages of cognitive development of Piaget theory. So that be all. Thank you.